Today I thought I'd try a top sirloin steak with some Maggi seasoning because that sounded good. And what we're going to need for this one is some garlic powder. And of course the Maggi seasoning. And to tenderize the meat today I'm using my Jacquard tenderizer. And of course the top sirloin. Wouldn't be a steak without that. And now to tenderize the steak just a little bit. Just do a back and forth once or twice with the Jacquard tenderizer. Now to season the steak, we'll start with adding just a little dusting of garlic powder. And I like to push it in there a little bit, so make sure it sticks on there. Flip it over and do the other side. Now for the Maggi seasoning, I'm just dribbling a little bit on there and kind of pushing it in as I'm putting it on there. I don't think, or I want a lot, because it has a lot of salt, which is another reason why I didn't add a salt seasoning to this. I thought Maggi would have enough in there. So season one side, pat it in, and then flip it over and do the same to the other side. And now we'll stick it in a Ziploc bag and let it refrigerate for about at least an hour, if not more. Into the refrigerator it goes. Now while the steak is getting happy in the refrigerator, we'll go ahead and start the sous vide and get that going, filled up, and start getting up the temperature. After the steak's done marinating, I'm going to take it out and go ahead and put it in the sous vide and do that using the water immersion method to vacuum seal the Ziploc bag. And then I'll go ahead and add the sous vide balls to help the temperature stay in and help the sous vide machine not have to work so hard. After about 2 hours, I'm going to go ahead and remove the steak from the bath. Now I'll pat down the steak, get it dry, and get it ready for searing. Today I chose to use a cast iron pan to sear, so we'll get that pan nice and hot, then throw some butter. And then add a little bit of oil, whisk that around, and then go ahead and put our steak in. I seared each side for about 45 seconds until it had a nice little golden brown crust on it. And now it's time for the fun part. We have to go and try this steak. I cut it open, and cooking it at 135 degrees Fahrenheit makes it a nice medium rare, very easy to cut, extremely tender, much more tender than if you're cooking it on another method like on a barbecue or the such. And I was debating about whether or not I'd dip it in Maggi seasoning, but after the first bite, I realized I didn't need any more. It had a ton of that Maggi seasoning and flavor in there, and literally steak just melted in your mouth. It's a fantastic way to cook a top sirloin steak and have that rich, great flavor of Maggi. I'll be doing this again and trying it with different cuts of meats, that's for sure. If you'd like to print out this recipe, you can go to our website, hollidayKitchens.com, and go ahead and print that out. There'll be a link in the description below where you can do that.